Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another DC video. And today I got for y'all a Earth tank build. Now, you can skip this part if you want to, but I feel like this is very important because I'm going to talk about my experience with Earth so far. So I'm going to put a timestamp whenever future me is going to edit this, and, I'm going to show you a timestamp to where, you can see the loadout, the artifacts, and all that stuff. But let me talk about Earth real quick. Earth is one of those powers where it has a lot of potential to shine, but considering that the devs don't really have any intentions on reworking every single power in the game, Earth will never be at its full potential. My experience with Earth, I definitely went through my rotations using the two main shields that you see in there, of course, and me using my group breakout and the stone skin as well, when using jackhammer. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, all of the ads and the bosses in the assault and battery when you're fighting Sinestro and Hank, they burn through all of your shields and your stone skins, so it's practically almost impossible to complete that entire final boss section without a healer being on point. You don't have any kind of self heals. You're going to be relying solely on your healer to keep you alive. And your job at that point is to just keep up your defense so you can just keep getting heals to live. When, personally, in my opinion, I feel like for tanks, you should be able to self-heal yourself to maintain your survivability while allowing yourself to have defense. And that's one of the things that, Fire has and something that Rage also has. And yet you don't really see this with any other powers. Ice, I can't speak too much about Ice, but I will say that with Ice, you have to keep a strict, rotation. You have to keep a strict rotation because you have to have perfect timing when it comes to when that one shield is about to go off. You got to know when to rotate to the next one, because if you mess it up, you're gonna die. Everybody's got to wipe, and that's when the chaos just begins. Then with Earth, it's practically like the same thing, but even when you do perfect your rotation with your shields get pretty much broken after 4 to 5 hits. They don't even last long, unfortunately. And again, I don't know if this is just me. I might be bad with the power, or it may be the power itself. If you disagree, or if you just want to talk about it, let me know. I'll go back and forth with you in the comments about it. But overall, I have not had the best experience with Earth so far. But yeah, that's pretty much about it with the whole little rant about my experience with it so far, and just thoughts and opinions. So we can go ahead and talk about the build entirely itself. So starting off, we got artifacts. You want to start off with Manacles, Mystic Symbol, Everyman Prototype, Circe's Mask, and Lazarus Pitwater. Now, I know it might be a person that's going to ask, why are you running Circe's Mask? Because, again, if you did listen to my rant, you'll understand. But if you didn't listen to my rant, what I pretty much was saying is, whenever you're going through your shield rotations, when running Assault and Battery, your shields are going to get ran through, which means your shield is broken, you have no defense. And trying to use Stone Skin is not going to help you out at all, dude. It really doesn't help, unfortunately. So any incoming healing that you get from your healer is going to be increased by a lot whenever your shield breaks. And obviously it says that in the description, but you really need that shit. I'm not even going to lie to you. And Everyman Prototype, you get defense equal to a percentage of your max health whenever, your health starts to get low. Definitely a need because you got to keep your defense up. Mystic, small heals and stuff, regenerating a small amount of health and stuff on your restoration. You definitely need that. Manacles for gemstone shield whenever you take too much damage too quickly, you get a extra chance to use that shield again. And Lazarus Pit Water. I am honestly too scared to run any other artifact besides Lazarus Pit Water, especially with this power. If I was on Rage, I definitely would take this artifact out and I would replace it with something else because, you know, you can survive with Rage and Fire most definitely, but Earth, it's difficult for me at least. Now, with allies, we got Nubia, Superman, and Future Lex Luthor. Nothing doesn't change there. Then, let's talk about specs. I didn't really put nothing into weapons, as you can see. I never do. Super speed, I put some points into the resistance and recovery and the breakout mastery. Iconic powers, you want to throw in a hard light shield, just throw a point in there so you can buy it. And the specs itself, I did super powered 10-10 and put the rest into dominance. Any points left over, max out in health. And if you got anything else left over, max out your critical healing chance and magnitude. And again, if you still have points left over, just put the rest into restoration. Oh yeah, my bad, y'all. Loadout. We got Earthing Grip, Gemstone Shield, Soothing Sands, Epicenter, Jackhammer, and Hard Light Shield. So you may be wondering, why do I have two pools? It's just a preference. If you don't want to use Epicenter, I wouldn't really know what to tell you, like what you could use. You could use Unstoppable if you want to juggle ads a little bit more better or whatever, but Jackhammer already does a job for you at that point, you know. You could throw in a supercharge if you want to. It's really up to you if you don't like using two pools, but knowing me, I just use two pools so I could keep a decent crowd control going. That's all. But if it's just a boss and there's no ads, all you got to do is just tap Jackhammer one time and you'll get some stone skin. And all stone skin does is increases your defense by 55% whenever you're not blocking. So every time you get hit, it's going to increase the duration of stone skin. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I don't think stone skin is going to stay up a good chunk of the time because even when you're getting wailed on, I don't even know if the defense is actually helping. You know, the description says it's helping you out by a lot, 55% in defense, and the duration of the skin stands too. Every time you get hit, I would have to go through the footage, but I doubt that it's actually staying up for real. But that was also like another problem. You have to watch your character too, and sometimes it could get overcrowded when you're dealing with multiple ads, or the boss is like, you know, taller or bigger than your character. And, you know, my character's like a spry medium, I think. So it could definitely be hard to see from time to time. But, yeah, I mean, that's really about it with Earth, guys. So I'm going to just go ahead and show y'all that Assault and Battery raid. There won't be no commentary. So I'll see y'all in the next vid.